Hey guys, it's me Hudson, and today I am doing an overview of the brand new The Force Awakens trailer. So I'm just going to go over it, talk about it, see what we can find about the movie in it. So let's get started, and if you haven't, please click on the link right here on the screen and watch the original trailer from Star Wars now, and then come back and watch this video. Also, I haven't been looking into any of the spoilers that have been coming out. I just look at the official releases by Star Wars. I really don't want my Star Wars Episode 7 or The Force Awakens experience to be ruined because I read some spoiler of the whole plot on some Yahoo Answers something. So I'm definitely not going to be talking about anything that hasn't really been officially released by Lucasfilm, so I'm not going to be spoiling the film, what's come out so far, even though probably most of what's come out so far is just all lies. Most of that for spoilers are like that. So let's just jump right into the trailer. Here we go. So it begins with the following preview has been approved, just like any other trailer. And darkness. And it slowly fades up here to a sand planet. I'm assuming this is Tatooine. That's what most people think. Just looking at the terrain and the sand, it's probably obviously Tatooine, and then boom, we see our first character. So I see John Boyega, my bad, here. He's in the Stormtrooper gear, this new Stormtrooper gear we'll see later in the trailer. It's very sleek, nice looking Stormtrooper gear. But is he really a Stormtrooper in the film, or is he disguised in an outfit? I know that's probably going to come up. Please feel free to comment in below this video on what you think of what I'm saying for sure. So we'll probably disagree on a few of the things about what exactly stuff means in this trailer. So this is John Boyega. He is the Stormtrooper. He's very sweaty here, or he's been like swimming or something. If you notice, just look at his face, how much sweat is on there from just being in Tatooine. Now that makes sense for being in Tatooine. He even has some, it looks just like the front of his gear is wet, so I don't know if he's like somehow been submerged in water in Tatooine, which wouldn't make sense, so it's probably sweat. And let's move on to the next scene. There's a bunch of fade to darkness, and then the next scene comes up, and here we just see a droid rolling across the ground. Just in the back there, I'm thinking those are pod racers, maybe. I'm still thinking this is the same planet that they showed before, Tatooine. And this droid is brand new. It kind of looks like it has the R2-D2 dome, and then it is just like a ball that it rolls on. And I don't really know how this would stand up, but it just seems kind of odd to keep it balanced like that. But it's rolling across the desert, which I think is Tatooine. And let's move on. Dun dun dun. Oh, we see these awesome epic flashes. Now this seems very un-Star Wars, this scene, personally, to me. I like it. It looks really cool. It looks like an intense action movie. Lots of shaky camera, lights flashing on and off. Just doesn't seem space fantasy, you know, it seems more action, Marvel here. But these Stormtroopers, they look awesome. They look, I don't know what it is. They're much more sleek than the old classic Stormtroopers. So I'm wondering, we don't really know much about these characters so far, what we've seen. Could they actually be repurposed old material that the Rebels are now using? We're not exactly sure. We do see they're very uniform here. They're all together. We do see a weapon being picked up, and their weapons look different here for sure. Not just all black anymore. You can actually see there is some white on the weapon, and then they actually have a scope, which is good because Stormtroopers can't hit anything without a scope, so maybe if you add a scope, they'll be able to actually hit something. And it's so funny how intense they look here, because, I don't know, in the original trilogy, Stormtroopers just always seemed like a joke. Like, they didn't really do anything effective ever, and they weren't scary. But here, they seem like they a little bit more intense. And then we see this ramp come down, and you see more of the modern Stormtrooper armor. And out there, there is this over here on the bottom right corner. Not sure if that's a TIE fighter outside. You can't really see where they're landing. Maybe they're landing on Tatooine from before. But it's hard to tell exactly what they're landing on here. So then we move on. and we see this shot of Daisy Ridley. Probably mispronounced her last name, but this is another scene which I'm thinking is from Tatooine, where she's on the speeder and speeds off. This looks very, I don't know, CGI, but I guess there is going to be a lot from what we've seen so far in this trailer, even though J.J. Abrams keeps saying he's doing practical. But this actually looks like a really, really nice shot. So I'm thinking this is the same place as that first scene with the droid and the stormtrooper. And she speeds off, and then the next scene is of Oscar Isaac in an X-Wing, and he has the Rebel patch. So I guess Rebels are keeping their Rebel symbol. He has it on his helmet. He has a really cool modern flight gear, and just the scene here looks so nice. After seeing X-Wings with like bad green screening on the side, this just looks awesome. Oh, and here next we have this really, really cool X-Wing speeding across water. You just don't get to see them fly over land very often. This looks like just an awesome scene. So I'm really excited for just the quality of this film. Already looks like it's humongous budget compared to the older films. But I really like this scene. I know some people have been complaining about it. There is a little lens flare here. It's a J.J. Abrams film. But this scene looks awesome with the water flying up. And if we move on to the next scene, we get to see this new villain, or we're assuming it's the villain. I know there could be some speculation, maybe this is Mark Hamill, but I highly doubt it. Who knows exactly what's happening in this scene, but we are on this snow planet with trees. We haven't seen a snow planet with trees that shows up in the film, so I don't really see this as Hoth for sure, because that's just like tundra. But then he walks over here and ignites his new lightsaber, which there's nothing to ignite it for, so I'm not really sure why he's igniting it. Maybe he senses someone that's around there. But we also see this brand new awesome lightsaber with the, it seems, I don't know, the animation on his lightsaber seems a little different. Maybe it's just due to the snow hitting the blade, so it has this weird kind of flame effect to it. So there's also this new wrist guard over the lightsaber, which looks really awesome on this new Sith, and it looks like he's ready to kill someone. He's wearing robes. Now I'm assuming he's a Sith, but who knows, he could be another type character. Maybe he's the Inquisitor from Rebels, tie it all in. But this is an awesome scene, and then we see this final scene with the Millennium Falcon. And this looks very Star Trek, the new Star Trek films to me. Just the way the camera is moving with the Millennium Falcon, and kind of the camera flips upside down here as we see, and it spins around and then fights these TIE fighters. Now this is an awesome scene. I'm not going to lie right here, because that's just awesome seeing the new Millennium Falcon in like really high definition. Now, the funny thing is the radar dish that was on the Millennium Falcon in Return of the Jedi that got knocked off during the Death Star, it's not there. So Han Solo actually probably never got that repaired. And I'm wondering if Han Solo is actually in this ship. I'm assuming it. Maybe they brought back Lando Calrissian, but I'm assuming Han Solo's flying it there, and you see it spin around. This is just an awesome, it is confirmed now that there is TIE fighters. Now, I don't know if their wings are transparent or if just the way the scene looks, but they actually could be. That's pretty cool. Overall, this scene's just awesome, and there is, of course, a lens flare right there, which there has to be. You know, it's J.J. Abrams. But I am actually really excited. This scene just looks awesome. The whole film, the trailer, just looks great. And then we have this horrible outro. Like, everything's so great in the trailer, and then this. Like, look at this text. It folds in sideways and, like, doesn't fit, and oh my. I don't know, personally, that just looks so ugly, the way it spins in. Maybe it's just me, but this, no one's been complaining about this but me, but I don't know, I don't like this ending. And then December 2015, that's exciting. December 18th, I'm ready for it. But again, this outro, I just wish it said Star Wars Episode 7, but it seems like they're dropping the numbers, and that's okay. Just don't like the Force Awakens text. It just looks odd. So, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave your comments on anything I talked about at all in this video below. And thanks again for watching. Bye, y'all.